Finally, the visit was over. As I was rushing out of the holding area, a young woman with a little girl walked up to the security desk. "Hello, I'm here to visit Troy Johnson." Coming like, Troy Johnson? I knew it. I'm going to go home and kiss best friend again. The dude Casual, okay, who is running a crack house out her mammy's house.
I don't hear nobody out there. Hold it down. Hold it down.
Was disturbing the peace. You gotta be effing kidding me, I thought. Who was I disturbing? It was my first run-in with the law. Thank God this wasn't Queens. Total embarrassment. Waiting in a dirty cell was worse than sitting in the police car, which in itself was a humiliating experience.
So y'all, for those of you who have been around for a while, then you know the story about when I was a probation officer and the county police arrested. So let me take that back. They didn't arrest me. They detained me. They had no reason to detain me. None. Zero. Zippo. Why are you asking me for my ID? I'm on the passenger side. What am I doing? The ninja that I was with had Texas tags, and let's say the county profiled him. They was right, but they profiled. What the county was wrong about was that the person who was in the car with them was a probation officer. I didn't even tell them I was a probation officer until they got me handcuffed in the car. Now dig this. While I'm in the car, I'm not even stunting it. It was like I was like so unbothered. I couldn't believe it because the situation was like, oh God, these ninjas don't even know that I'm a probation officer. See, I don't trust the police, even though at the time I was a probation officer. I was contemplating when I should tell them that I was a PO because I know firsthand that those police will throw your body. Because I've talked about a situation before where some police put me in a horrible situation. I think the name of the video is two pigs, a probation officer. No, 3 pigs, a probation officer, and a prostitute. Still calm, wasn't even stunting it because I knew that the situation was messed up. There was no reason to pull us out the car. Instead of them calling a female to come search me, a man police officer searched me. They did so many things wrong in that situation. And I was just so calm because I was like, I don't know how this is going to get handled, but it's going to get handled. When I told them, they had to call a white shirt. The white shirt was like, who gun was that? I was like, oh, I don't know how to handle this situation because, like I said, I've been in situations before and I could have been murked or my body could have been thrown in a river. So I just was like, what gun? I don't know who gun that is. That nigga had a gun? Oh, my gosh.
But nothing could be worse than the thought of Shasha being called to New Haven if the authorities discovered the red cooler in my apartment. It was her name that was on the lease. Yes, girl. You running a whole crack operation from that lady house. The Jesus God. Damn, Carmen. Holy shiz. Shasha, even though I wouldn't hear the end of it, I knew that I could depend on my mother for anything, including bailing me out of jail. Fortunately, that wasn't necessary. I was released a few hours later and given a warning. All I wanted to do was go home, take a bath, and wait for a Casual to call. Hours later, I was awakened by Casual's key, turning the lock in my front door. He was barely inside when I noticed something was wrong. Casual, what's the matter? Are you okay? After failing to pull himself together, Casual broke down and collapsed on the sofa. Are those tears? I asked myself. Oh my God, girl, pause. Now, if I didn't know any better, this would be the part where he would ask, Carmen to take the charge. It was clear that Casual had been in a recent altercation. His white t-shirt was stained and ripped. His knuckles were raw and covered with blood. I'm all right, Carm. I'm just tired of BS. I'm tired of these jealous ninjas, these whack-ass bitches. I'm just tired of every effing body. I'm ready to quit this shiz and go back to school and do something different with my life. Now, nigga, after you done wore that kitchen out with you and Mary, then wore this lady whole kitchen out with this crack operation, and now you ready to give your life to the Lord, girl. It's made me realize that even the most masculine of men are not immune to having sensitive emotions.
So what she didn't say, because she must not be into the zodiacs like how I am, okay? And a lot of the book club members are. But what she didn't say was that ninja was a Sagittarius. Oh, he got some dirty, cruddy, slimy moves about him. They will throw your body and then cry about it later. Then go and hunch on your baby mammy.
I have yet to talk to Troy, but I was able to relocate the operation when Mary finally moved into her new apartment just a few blocks from Herbert Street. The place was a dump but offered shelter. Mary couldn't have been more thrilled. Casual refused to come inside and ended up dropping me off. Over the past year, Mary and I had become close friends. She was the only real person in New Haven that I trusted. Our friendship was misunderstood by most because what the hell you doing messing around with that lady that cook up crack in your kitchen? One night, Mary insisted that a friend of hers drive me home. She had male company. On the ride home, I noticed flashing police lights in the rear view mirror, signaling us to pull over. But the driver ignored the request. Are you crazy? Pull over. I can't. I got warrants.
Just my luck, I thought as I secured my seatbelt. Eventually, I looked back and saw there was no way they'd catch up with us. I couldn't believe what was happening. It was just like being on a big screen. A couple of days later, my super showed up at my door to give me the heads up. The feds had visited the rental office and asked a question about my mother, as the apartment was in her name. That night, I lay awake, my mind spinning anxiously without question. How did my life get to this point? I put the last year on rewind and carefully re-examined in slow motion. I knew it was time for a change. But first I needed to head over to the correctional facility to see Troy. These visits had become lackluster for me, though I was relieved Troy was still clueless about my romance with Casual. Girl, is that what you really believe? You really believe that them ninjas ain't talking about you, girl? Are you crazy? Girl, are you crazy? You just as delusional as I was, what is that? How old am I? 32 something years ago. Girl, are you crazy? Girl, them ninjas is sitting back comparing notes. They sitting back comparing notes on you, girl. Making cheap dollar bets on you. I bet you she gives me the congolinkas first. I'm here to see Troy Johnson. During the visit, we talked about my trip home to Queens. My eyes kept straying down to my watch as I checked to see if our allotted visiting period was up. You'd have thought I was the one doing time. Finally, the visit was over. As I was rushing out of the holding area, a young woman with a little girl walked up to the security desk. Hello, I'm here to visit Troy Johnson. Carmen, like, Troy Johnson? I knew it. I'm going to go home and his best friend again. The dude Casual, okay, who is running a crack house out her mammy's house. She goes up to the girl and is like, I'm sorry, who are you here to see? Troy Johnson. Oh, okay. So she look at it like, no skin off my teeth. It ain't no skin off his teeth either. Or the bitch teeth, because the bitch was like, here we go. Troy always got some ding-dong coming up here, writing him letters, sending him money, holding him down. It's about 10 of y'all in line.
Look at this thing. How you got this thing? Look at this thing. Is that? Say hello. Russel, say hello, Russel. Oh.
Jesus. Oh, well. So at this point, she contemplating her relationship with Troy. Why? So she figures it out that, the block is hot. My mother fitting to be mad because they getting ready to raid her apartment. So the only thing I really should do is just get the hell out of here. The drive to New York was more like a mental roller coaster ride. I loved Troy, and what Casual and I shared was very special. But when you are dealing with any drug dealer, the reality is that rough edge and baller mentality that makes you so attracted to them is the same rough edge and baller mentality that won't allow them to settle down with just you. I arrived at Van and Paulie's a few hours later. After unpacking, I called Nas to inform him I was in town permanently. He was ecstatic, and we made plans to hook up as soon as I was settled. My first priority was to find a means of support. It was time to provide for myself. The rent was only $500 and would now be split 3 ways, but even that small sum was a lot of money for someone without a job. Luckily, Paulie knew of a part-time position at a place called Rush Management. Well, I had never heard of the company. Wait a minute. Had you ever heard of Russel Simmons? Okay, I'll let it go. I had no clue what it would be like to work in the entertainment industry. I imagined a stuffy, buttoned-down environment, white men in dark suits, walking anxiously down brightly lit halls. Well, I could use to connect for my inspiring career in showbiz, which had stalled during my year in New Haven.
Yes, because you was a JayZ dealer then. You wasn't an artiste, you was a crack dealer.
2 weeks later, I had a job at Rush Management. Not in a corporate midtown office as I imagined, but in a narrow 3-story brick building down on Elizabeth Street. Even when things got busy at Rush and Def Jam. Now, you ain't never heard of Def Jam, girl? Even when things got busy at Rush and Def Jam, everyone stayed cool. Paulie's manager, Linda Burke, was my boss. Linda reminded me of my Aunt Carmen, laid back and all natural with dreads and beautiful glowing skin. Like everyone else, she dressed casually. Her office had muted lighting and smelled of the essential oils she wore, but there was no nonsense in Linda's approach to business. I could definitely thrive working for her. The music business was very new to me. I had no idea what I was really in for. The hustle and the bustle of it all was quite exhilarating. I landed the perfect job, I thought. Russel Simmons himself was rarely at the office. The HNIC was Liar Cohen. Didn't we talk about Liar Cohen? Or Lear? One of y'all correct me. I called a nigga Liar. Y'all told me that the ninja name was Lore? I don't know. Lord Cohen. I don't know the white man name. I don't know. Tall white guy with dark curly hair and skater sneakers. The first one at the office in the morning and the last one to leave at night. He too was a pleasure to work with. He was always cordial. However, everyone knew his limits. He was rather kind to all of the women in the office, but the men, that was another story. I did have one slight problem. Almost every time I transferred a call to Liar, it would come right back. Let me tell you what happened one time. So she picking up the phone call, bring Rush Management, how may I help you? Hey, transfer me to Liar Cohen. Okay, transferring, please hold. Hello, Rush Management, how may I help you? Yeah, transfer me to Liar Cohen. It's the same number that had just called. She's saying to herself, what the hell is going on? What the hell? He can't leave a message? But come to find out, part of the reason why his calls wasn't getting through to Liar was because Liar's assistants were full of shit. Transferring, please hold. The call bounced back again. Hello, Rush Management. How can I help you?
Why the fuck
I can't get through to Liar Cohen. Why the fuck can I get through to this office? He raged. He sounded like a self-important artist who thought he could flex on the new receptionist. Join the crowd, I blasted back. You think you're the only one trying to get through? You can either tell me who it is you want to speak to or come up here and help us answer these damn phones. Good comeback, Carmen. But not that one. This is Russel Simmons, the owner of those damn phones. His voice had lowered to a mere bark. Just put me through the liar. Oops, my job flashed before my eyes. I put him through. As usual, the call came back. What the hell is going on there? Russell asked. Russell Liar's office isn't picking up calls, I confessed. Russell arrived 10 minutes later, dashing by with his brief hello and on his way up to Liar's office. I don't know what Russell said, but Liar's office was much more responsive that day. As a business owner myself, I always think of it as in finances. Those phone calls that don't get through could be millions of dollars. I can't even get through to their office. Why the hell would I want to invest in their company? I got tons of money right here. My name is Ton of Money. My name is Mr. Gumball or Mr. Elon Musk. I got tons of money just waiting right here that I want to give to niggas. See, this is why I don't like fucking with the ninjas, because they don't know how to pick up the goddamn phone. I done called there 3 times. The bitch on the phone got a smart mouth. I don't want to be bothered. I take my business over there to the other man. We know he'll pick up the damn phone every time. For most of us, Rush was a family-style, close-knit operation. My first day on the job, I met an intern, Renette, who'd grown up in the same circles that I have in Queens. Renette made going to work so much fun that I'd often look at my watch and realize my workday had officially been over for an hour. Yeah, I'm like a floater, and I go to different locations, and I got a work bestie in every location. One work bestie is a white man. He 51, a married white man, Sagittarius, 51. Me and him be laughing all day. The other one is a 30-year-old, love her. She old curvy thing. She is too cute. She chocolate from upstate. Why do all you people from New York got that pretty curly hair? What is that about? That wet and wavy. Then I got this 52-year-old white woman, Leo. Me and her is going to go play bingo together. Then I got this other one from up north, from New York, Buffalo. Beautiful hair. She was like, come out, go see this saxophonist with me. I said, girl, that saxophonist trying to fuck you. She was like, how you know that? Because all saxophonists trying to fuck, girl. Open your eyes. I'm always right. So anyway, girl, her friends know that she worked in an environment where it be rappers everywhere. So them girls would dress up nice and go visit their Judy down at Rush Management. Linda didn't mind the visits as long as it didn't interfere with my work, and it never did. I was convinced I had the coolest boss in the world. Soon after I settled in at home and work, Nas and I went on our first official date.